working, just know I got the glizzy in me. I love talking to myself, I found a friend in me. Think I bubbled in, cut some loose ends. Duke said, fuck these hoes, cause they really ain't your friends. Bitch talking wet like a boss water. Now I'm at her door, and I'm trying to dog walk. What's up, y'all? So today, I'm coming to tell y'all about when I found out I was pregnant. So basically, y'all, oh my God. I feel like I'm busting over here. I'm busting. No, but yeah, I'm just tell y'all about my experience to find out that I was pregnant, like what led up to me thinking that I was pregnant and everything. So yeah. So what was the first thing? Let me think. Cause there was so many signs that pointed to me being pregnant. So first of all, let me tell y'all, when I PMS, like when I'm on my cycle, my symptoms are so similar to pregnancy symptoms. And you guys probably heard this from some other female before. But like the symptoms are the same for me. But they are like I get nauseous, my boobs be hurting, like all of that shit. So this specific time, I was about to get in the shower and my boobs were so fucking heavy. Like when I say heavy, I'm talking about it felt like I had 2 fucking gallons of milk on my chest. Like my shit was heavy. But it was hard for me to tell if they was bigger because I already have like, I ain't gonna say I have huge boobs because they ain't huge. Like I don't have orangutan titties, but my boobs are big. So it was hard for me to tell. So I'm like, I asked my husband, I'm like, do my boobs look, bigger to you? And he was like, no. He was just telling me like, no. He was like, why you say that? I'm like, cause they super heavy, like they heavy as fuck. So I'm like, okay, this ain't nothing. I'm about to just come my period or something. It was almost time. Like I think I had like a few days to come my period or something like that at this time. So after that, we had, I would say like a few days later, we had tried to have sex, and this might be TMI. So if you don't want to hear this, if you got virgin ears, just go ahead and click off the video. I mean, I'm not gonna go too in depth, but Anyway, we tried to have sexual intercourse, and in the middle of us fucking, like, my stomach started cramping. So me and my husband, we don't have period sex. I know some people into that. I ain't into that. So I'm like, I'm cramping. That means I'm about to come on. I'm not trying to come on, like, you know what I'm saying, in the middle of us, you know what I'm saying, doing what we do. It's just not about to go down like that. I gotta go to the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom. I don't see nothing, like no blood, no spotting, nothing. So I'm like, okay. So I just told him, like, let's just stop because I feel like I'm about to come on. I ain't trying to. So he was like, all right. So the next day, nothing. I'm like, all right. The day after that, nothing. Mind y'all, it's still not time for my period. I still got a few days. So I'm just thinking like, okay, maybe he pushed my period back a little bit. I don't know, something. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just wait. So my friend had hit me up. It was Kimani's birthday weekend, and my friend had asked us, did we want to go to this outlet that's out here in Germany? The outlet had like top brand designers there or whatever. That we wanted to go because Kimani wanted to buy some stuff, give me some stuff or whatever the case may be. So we go to the outlet, but before we go, she had told us like my friend gonna be going with us. She pregnant, whatever. So I'm big on signs. Like I'm big on like that was a sign. That was a sign. I'm big on shit like that. So I feel like us going to get her pregnant friend was a sign for me. Now that I'm looking back at all this shit. So we go get her friend, and like the outlet that we went to, it's a lot of walking. So my motherfucking hip started hurting out of nowhere. Like my hip pops when I walk, but I can walk. I was back there with the pregnant friend walking with her, and Kimani and my friend was like way ahead of us. So I'm like, what the fuck going on? Like my hip hurting. Okay, whatever. So I'm sitting in the car thinking like, I could be pregnant. But I'm like, nah, I ain't pregnant. Cause every time I take a pregnancy test, the shit come back negative. Like we've been trying to have a baby for like 2 years, and like I'm not on birth control. We don't use condoms, so we have been trying for 2 years, the first 2 years of our marriage, to have a baby, and it was just not happening. So right when we not really trying, like why would it happen? That's what I was thinking. But anyway, I never told Kimani that I thought I was pregnant. I didn't tell nobody. I just text my friend Artist, and I was like, Artist, I think I'm pregnant. And usually she be like, friend, you pregnant, you know, woo woo, and I don't be pregnant. But this specific time, she was like, just give it a few days. Just wait and see if your period come on. Just give it a few days, and then you'll know. Like, I don't think you're pregnant. And that was just like, I'm like, oh my god, okay. I'm like, all right. So that, now looking back at that, that was like the second sign for me. I mean, that was like another sign. I'm not gonna say second because y'all know the first two, and then y'all know the one of us want to pick up the pregnant girl, whatever. Yeah. So, so the next day I had, oh no. So we leaving the outlet or whatever, and when I tell y'all, I was slumped, like I was so slumped in this car, I was asleep, like knocked the fuck out, like tired, like I was so mad when I got woke up to go in my house, like that's how tired I was. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why am I so sleepy? Why the fuck? Like, what's going on? Like, am I sick? Like, you know, I don't know what the fuck. So I'm like, all right. So then the next day I had a hair appointment. So at this hair appointment, I'm sitting there. I'm just like, I don't know. She started watching my hairstylist was doing my braids. So she started watching like videos of YouTube couples and like people that had babies and stuff like that. Why the fuck my video cut off? So now I gotta go back to some shit that I did already motherfucking said to a motherfucking camera that wasn't even recording. Like, why my phone keep playing with me like this? So get out, ugly. So okay, so I just had this feeling that I was pregnant. So I had text him and I'm like, I think I'm pregnant. So he's like, what makes you think that? Now, mind y'all, at this point, I have been 2 days late on my period. So I'm like, bruh. So I was just telling him, like, I'm 2 days late. I just got this feeling. So he's like, all right, just buy pregnancy test or whatever. So we had came to the house and shit. I had came to the house and I had set up the hookah. Well, I was about to set up the hookah. He was like, you don't need to smoke that hookah until you take a pregnancy test or whatever. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take it in the morning. So the next morning, I was just thinking like, okay, I know they said if you take it early in the morning, that's when your levels are higher. And that's for a more accurate test. And I knew that I was probably early if I was pregnant because I had just had a period. So the next morning I went in the bathroom, y'all. Let me tell y'all, when I took this test, oh my God. I thought I was good, y'all. I thought I was straight. Like, it was just too funny. Like, okay, so I took the test, right? And I'm just waiting. And this little line pop up, this little faint line pop up. Like, it was so faint, but I knew it was something there because I had taken pregnancy tests in the past. And it was just so, like, it was negative. I know a negative pregnancy test when I see one. It ain't gonna be shit there. Y'all, I was just sitting there like, so I had sent it to Artist. I sent a picture of it to Artist because I remember she said when she took her pregnancy test, the line was real faint. So I sent it to Artist and she was like, oh my God, bitch. She was texting me fast. She like, bitch, oh my God. She like, you pregnant? Oh my motherfucking God. So she had like calling me. I'm like, hold on, bitch, I gotta tell my nigga. Like, my nigga is in the room sleep. He don't even know. Like, so I had text Kimani the picture. He like, you sure? He like, you sure that's possible? I'm like, I just text Artist, you know, she said that's how her pregnancy test looked, like, I'm sure. But I didn't even know at the time. Like, later on I had read the box, and on the box it said even if there's a faint line, that is still a positive pregnancy test. My dumbass didn't read the box. I went off Artist word of mouth. So shout out to you, friend, because I definitely listen to you. I trust you. So he started texting me. And then he came in the bathroom. He was like, yes, I'm Superman. Kimani is so animated, bro. He like, yes, I'm Superman. So then he came back. He like, can I tell mama? I'm like, no. Because I was like, I really didn't want people to know at first until like I got out my first trimester because my first pregnancy, I had a miscarriage. So I'm like, you know, I don't want to get too excited and, you know, this ain't, you know, whatever. So I was like, yeah, go ahead, you can tell her. So I text my mom, I'm like, Mom, I'm pregnant. She was like, I'm so drunk, because it was her birthday. She was like, I'm so drunk, oh my God, yay. And then I had text my friends, because we was in the group chat, and I told them, I just told a couple people, like, you know, I'm pregnant or whatever. And everybody was just so shocked. Like, I was shocked. They was like, it was people that was trying to tell me, like, trying to ask me, like, you sure it's positive? So I sat on the couch for a few hours before I had actually, like, took another test. Like, I was just, like, in a state of shock. I was just like, I'm really pregnant. Like, what the fuck? Mind y'all, oh, this is another little sign that happened. A few days before this, when I had told Kimani that I thought I was pregnant, he said he had kissed my belly and was like, my babies. Like, he had kissed my belly, was like, my babies or whatever. Didn't even know I was pregnant. Yo, the whole time I was pregnant. Like, that's just so fucking cute to me. Like, just all of the little stuff leading up to it, like, trying to show me, like, hey, you really pregnant this time. Hey, you really pregnant this time. But yeah, like, I just could not, like, oh my God, I was so happy. But later on, I took another test, and it was very, like, it was faint, but it started to, like, the more that it sits, the more that it comes up, and you can see that it's a positive test. So, I, unplugged it. So, I had set up an appointment to go to the doctor and to just take a pregnancy test to make sure everything was everything. And y'all, I still was surprised. When I went back, and I still was shocked. I'm like, yo. But yeah, I had set up my little, I still was shocked. Like, when I got the lab results, I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm really pregnant. Like, I don't know if I thought the results was gonna change, but I was like, oh my God. And then I went to my first appointment. I'll put in the little clips of, like, my friend was taking to me and shit when I was at my first appointment, because she went with me. My husband didn't go because we didn't know if it was gonna be COVID restrictions, and I didn't have a car at the time. I still kind of, I got a car kind of now, but my friend took me to the appointment, and she was gonna send the car, but they ended up letting her come in. So she came in, we seen a little nugget or whatever. It was a little small little nugget. That's all it was. But you heard the heartbeat. When I heard the heartbeat, I was like, but he only let me hear it for a little bit. And he was like, yeah, the baby is growing normal. It's growing healthy so far. Did a pap smear and just checked me and all of this stuff like that. And what else happened? Yeah, that was my first appointment. And like, y'all, when I say my first trimester, because I'm currently in my second trimester, I'm 4 months now. Oh my gosh. Like, it came by so fast. But when I found out I was like 4 weeks, when I went to the doctor, I was like 5 weeks. I think I was 5 weeks when I went to the doctor. But yeah, it was crazy. Like, I was going crazy because everything smelled so, like, I don't know, food, it smelled so bad. Like, oh my God, I didn't throw up, but I was so nauseous to the point where I did not want to move and go nowhere. I didn't want to do nothing. And if I wasn't nauseous, then I was so fucking hungry to the point that I could cry. Like, and also my first trimester, I had to pee a lot. Like, I always had to pee a lot. I don't know if anybody else went through that, but I had to pee a lot. But yeah, the main thing that got on my nerves was like anything that I cooked or anything that I smelled, anything just would like make me so nauseous. It just make me so like, I'm not gonna say sick, but it just made me so nauseous. And then I even remember one day, I had made me and my these wraps. This was my first time that I threw up. I had to be like 9 weeks. I forgot how many. I was a little farther along this time, but I had made me and Kimani some wraps, right? And it was so good. I had made them like at 2 p.m. That day. So it was like nighttime, and I was so full. That's another thing. When I used to eat and be full as fuck. Like, and I didn't even have to eat a lot to get full. I would eat a little bit, and I would be so full to the point like I couldn't eat for the rest of the day. Like, that was so irritating, and I didn't throw up. So this time I had ate these wraps at 2 p.m. Money had slept until like dinner time. So when he woke up, I'm like, okay, I know he's gonna be hungry, because even though I used to be sick and I used to be like not really want to eat, I still was like, I know Money gonna be hungry, so I'm gonna cook something or whatever. So I had asked him like, you hungry? And He was like, not too much. So I was like, for me to make some more wraps that we had earlier. And he was like, yeah, this was like 10 p.m. And they smelled so good when I was making them, y'all. My stomach was growling. I'm like, okay. Because I wasn't going to make me one. And I'm like, okay. So I made my niece and I made me one. Because I know he's so stingy. He's so motherfucking stingy when it comes to food. Oh my God, he's so motherfucking stingy. But I always want my shit. But anyway, that's another story for another day. So I'm like, let me go ahead and make my wrap. I make my wrap. Y'all, I went in the room. I had me a little water, had my wrap. I ate my wrap. I ate the whole thing. It was so good. When I tell y'all, as soon as I took my last bite, that shit came up. Okay, that shit came up. It would have been on my covers and sheets and on my floors if I didn't know how to like hold that shit in and run to the bathroom. I ran to the bathroom, threw up. He came in there. He like, you okay? I'm like, yeah. He like, you sure? I'm like, yeah. Like, you want water? I'm like, I don't want shit. I don't want nothing. I want to go lay down. My motherfucking stomach was hurting so bad. I mean, I felt better when I threw up because I told y'all I used to just be so nauseous. So my first time throwing up, it was just like a relief. Like, it just felt so much better. But my stomach did cramp afterwards or whatever. But now, I'm getting a little bit better with the nausea. Just a little bit better. Like, I can tolerate smells better. Like, smells of food. I'm starting to crave stuff. My main cravings, my first trimester, was like pizza Lunchables. I love pizza Lunchables. I wanted pizza rolls. What else did I like? I just love pizza. Like, I just wanted pizza all the time. I'm trying to think. It was something else that I used to crave too. I think it was just pizza and I don't know. I think it was like ravioli or something like that. But everything else, I really wasn't fucking with. Oh, noodles, baby. I love some noodles. I still love noodles. Like to this day, like it's the only thing that get me full and make me feel like I ate something, and it be so good. Some noodles with some hot sauce. Oh, so pizza was a craving. I just really love noodles. I never really craved noodles. It was just like that's the only thing that satisfied me. And I started to love spicy stuff. Like before I got pregnant, I did not like spicy food. I hated spicy food. Like the spiciest it got was some motherfucking hot Cheetos. That's it for me. But I love spicy food now. Like I love it, and I have to have hot sauce on everything. Now, what do I crave now? Now I crave. Past my motherfucking bedtime. I'm staying yawning already. I don't even run my life no more. The baby tells me, bitch, it's time to go to sleep. Get the fuck off the camera. Y'all see that? But anyway, I think I crave, what do I crave now? Probably like, I really don't be having a taste for shit. But I noticed that I like sweet stuff a lot now. Like, I love sweet stuff. Like, I had some barbecue chicken pizza the other day. And that shit was so motherfucking good. That shit was so good. But I know that I don't like stuff like I used to love Kool-Aid before I got pregnant. I really don't like Kool-Aid now. Like, I really will not drink it. The only thing that I can drink is like water and cranberry juice, like the cran apple, the cran grape. I love it. And Capri Suns. So, and I didn't even like cranberry juice before I got pregnant. I actually hated it. My favorite juice was just apple juice and Kool-Aid. But now I love cranberry juice. Like, that should be slapping. So yeah, I just crave like sweet stuff now. And that's it. And like I got a new little symptom. I be having heartburn like a bitch, but I have found this medicine. I don't know the name of it. It's not no Tums though, cause I don't like the way Tums taste. Like them bitches, they trash. They was trash before I was pregnant, so I really wasn't trying to fuck with them. I take some other shit though. Like when I went to the store and I seen them, like the area that they was in, it was pretty much only 2 left. So I'm like, this shit must work. And it said like extra strength, and then I looked on it to make sure that pregnant people could take them. Oh baby, I picked those up and they work instantly. They work so good because my heartburn, water gives me heartburn. Like, how the fuck do water give you heartburn? That don't make no sense. But them pills, they get me together. I'm taking prenatals Because at my first trimester, I couldn't swallow pills. I couldn't take pills. It would make me want to throw up, or I'd probably throw up if I took that shit. I even tried to get the gummies. I couldn't take the gummies my first trimester because they was sour and I didn't like sour shit. I'm like, no. So it was just a no on the pills for me. No on the prenatals, no on the pills in general. So right now I'm taking prenatals. I'm taking folic acid because I was told by my mom and also by one of my, somebody else that I know, that folic acid is really good. So if you a first time mom or any moms out there that's expecting, take folic acid. They said that it's good for like deficiencies, you know, it's good to prevent your baby from having deficiencies, you know. So I don't know if it's too late for me to be taking them bitches, but I be taking them because I be a little scared, I be nervous, I got a little anxiety. I take the folic acid, the prenatals, and I take what else? Oh, I take baby aspirin because at my last appointment, my doctor was telling me that, you know, everything looks fine, everything looks healthy, but they wanted me to take baby aspirin because there's some resistance. I have a German OBGYN, by the way. So some of the stuff they say, it might be a little translated a little different in America. I don't know because I never went through this in America before. But he said that I have resistance on my right side of my uterus. I think he said that. My uterus. Something like that. So he want me to take the aspirin. And then he's like, at 23 weeks, they'll test me to see if I have preeclampsia or there's a chance of me having preeclampsia or whatever the case may be. But as of right now, this is to prevent that. So I be taking my aspirin, y'all. I be trying. I missed a few days, but whatever. Don't judge me. But yeah, that's about it. I be just hot as fuck, heartburn, hungry as fuck now. And I ain't really showing like that. Like, mama called me the other day. She said, I think you lying about being pregnant because you barely showing. You're not even showing. But I'm showing to me because, let me tell y'all, my stomach used to be snatched, okay? If you know, then you know. You know that it was no waist, no case with Lene. Now I got a little look. I'll show y'all. And I'm 4 months, y'all. But, yeah. Like, some people that's 4 months, like me, their stomach showing way more than mine, so I might not get too big. I might get big at the end. I don't know. I didn't tell y'all what I want. I didn't tell y'all what I want to have. I want to have a girl. At first, I wanted a boy, but now I want a girl. And I just feel like if I have a girl, it's gonna be too good to be true. But so I feel like I'm gonna have a boy because I feel like if I have a girl, it's gonna be too good to be true. So I'm just trying to prepare myself for that. But I really, really want a girl. I feel like with all the stuff that I'm dealing with, like, God, please give me a girl. So please pray that I have my baby girl. Please. So yeah, that's all that I have for you guys today. I'm gonna be vlogging every day up until Christmas. We got 15 days to Christmas. So hopefully I have some good content. Subscribe, comment. Let me know if y'all want me to do some specific stuff and I'll try to get that done for y'all. I have a husband, so if y'all got like a couple shit that y'all want me to do, we can do that. We can arrange that. Just let me know in the comments. But no, for real, thank y'all for tuning in with me, listening to my boring ass talk because I don't got no friends like that. And y'all really listening to your girl, and that just means a lot from the bottom of my motherfucking heart. No, I'm just playing. But no, for real, thank y'all. Shop with Lene's Lab. Y'all see how this hair look like? What? Excuse the bro. What? But yeah. All right, y'all. Thank y'all.